Hello Euro Fantasy lovers and welcome back to the channel today. Match day 4, that is round of 16, is over, and remember the deadline for your match day 5, that is quarter final, is on 2nd July, that is tomorrow. So that means you have less than 24 hours left to decide your strategy and set your team. Today I will discuss which all fixtures and players you need to target. Then I will share Limitless draft team followed by Wildcard draft team, and at the end I will share my updated team for quarterfinals. Before moving forward, please subscribe my channel. If you have any suggestion or queries, do post those in comment section. With that being said, let's get started. Starting with the fixture analysis for quarterfinal teams. At first we have Switzerland versus Spain. Now Spain is obviously favourite to qualify for semis, but we already witnessed so many unfavourable results in round of 16. So you really can't ignore smaller teams. But yes, you can predict, and based upon that prediction, you can select your players. So Spain have finally started scoring goals, which was missing in early stages of tournament. And I think Spain will score against Swiss defense too. So we can easily pick some attacking players from Spain. Next we have Belgium versus Italy, and this is the most balanced match in quarterfinal as both the teams are equally strong in attack and defense. I think most of us already have Italy players and Belgium players, so there is no need to add more players from these two teams. Also, there is a rumor that Berardi won't be starting, so do check out the news regarding this. Next we have Denmark versus Czech Republic. Denmark have scored 8 goals in their last 2 matches. They are a team who are very high in confidence, playing some good football. On the other hand, Czech Republic eliminated Netherlands and booked their places in quarterfinal. So we can't ignore Czech Republic too. We all have Melee in our team. You can add Damskar and Sheik to balance the team. Next we have England versus Ukraine. England is very solid defensively, keeping 4 clean sheets and have not yet conceded in the tournament, whereas Ukraine had mixed games until now. I would advise to pick defenders from England as they are very good defensively and are favourites to book their places in semis. Now let's check out some players that you should keep in your mind while transferring players. At first we have Manchester United defender Harry Maguire coming at a price of 5.5 million. Maguire started last 2 matches and is sure to start next match. He kept 2 clean sheets and also very dangerous in set pieces. Next we have John Stones coming at a price of 5.7 million. Stones started all 4 matches and kept all 4 clean sheets, so he is definitely going to start against Ukraine. Next we have Ferran Torres coming at a price of 8.1 million, will be up against Swiss defense. He scored 2 goals and provided 1 assist in this tournament. Next we have Spanish midfielder Sarabia, who is coming at a price of 6.7 million and plays at front 3. He scored 2 goals and provided 2 assists in the tournament. Next we have Steven Zubair coming at a price of 7.1 million. Is a bit of differential player. Only owned by 1%, he is a great pick for this match day. He already provided 4 assists in 3 games he played. He has been fantastic in the tournament and still very few owns him. Next we have Raheem Sterling coming at a price of 9.7 million. He has scored 3 goals and majority of England goals. Against Ukraine, he is a great pick in my opinion. Next we have Damskar coming at a price of 6.1 million, will be facing Czech Republic. He has scored 1 goal and provided 1 assist. He also plays in front 3, so he is a very tempting option. Next we have Seferovic coming at a price of 8.7 million, will be facing Spanish defense. He scored 3 goals until now and shocked France out of Euro 2020. Next we have Patrick Schick coming at a price of 8.6 million, will be facing Denmark. He has scored 4 goals and I think he is a great pick which will balance your team if Denmark gets eliminated. So now you know which teams and players to target in quarterfinal. Now these are some points to consider while planning your transfers for quarterfinal. Do remember that now you can pick maximum of 5 players from same team. Before the deadline you have 3 free transfers, and I know many of us are without any chip and most of us had Dutch and French players who have been eliminated. But do note that 4 points will be deducted while making additional transfers. So my suggestion would be to pick attacking players as they have chances to score as matches may go to extra time. On the other hand, defense had to be very solid until the end of extra time to give your clean sheet points. So try to avoid defenders. And the last suggestion would be to delay your transfers as much as possible. Before moving on to the wildcard and limitless draft, there are some points I have taken consideration. Do remember that now we can pick maximum of 5 players from same team. I have targeted Spain and England players mostly in these draft teams. And at last, delay your transfers as much as possible. Now let's check out limitless draft team for quarterfinal. So fixture wise, I have Switzerland versus Spain at first. I picked Shaqiri at first because he's simply a big match player. You can also opt for Zubair, who is a differential. Next from Spain, I went for 5 players, Sarabia and Ferran Torres, as both of them scored goals and plays at front 3. Went for Morata in striker as he's having good expected goal figure, but due to his bad finishing unable to score goals. But I think last game will give him enough confidence in this game. Next I went for Simon in goalkeeper and Laporte in defense, who is sure to start. Next we have Belgium versus Italy. So I picked Lukaku in attack, and from Italy I picked Spinazzola in defense. Next we have Czech Republic versus Denmark. From Denmark I picked 2 players. In defense I went for Meili, and in mid I went for Damsgaard. From Czech Republic you can go for Patrick Schick in forward. Next we have England versus Ukraine, and I think England is gonna win this one, so I took 5 players. At first, as a backup goalkeeper I went for Pickford, then in defense I went for Stones and Luke Shaw. Next in mid I went for Sterling, and in attack I went for Kane. From captaincy point of view, Sarabia can be captain for the first day, and next day Sterling can take the armband. So this is my limitless draft for quarterfinals. Now let's check out wildcard draft team for quarterfinals. It's the same just like limitless draft discussed earlier, and this is my second wildcard draft. You can check out my first wildcard draft in previous video. So fixture wise, I have Switzerland versus Spain at first. I picked Shaqiri at first because he is simply a big match player. You can also opt for Zubair, who is a differential. Next from Spain I went for 5 players, Sarabia and Ferran Torres, as both of them scored goals and plays at front 3. Went for Morata in striker as he's having good expected goal figure, but due to his bad finishing unable to score goals. But I think last game will give him enough confidence in this game. Next I went for Simon in goalkeeper and Azpilicueta in defense, who is sure to start. Next we have Belgium versus Italy. So I picked Lukaku in attack, and from Italy I picked Spinazzola in defense. Next we have Czech Republic versus Denmark. From Denmark I picked 2 players. In defense I went for Meili, and in mid I went for Damsgaard. From Czech Republic you can go for Patrick Schick in forward. Next we have England versus Ukraine, and I think England is gonna win this one, so I took 5 players. At first, as a backup goalkeeper I went for Pickford, then in defense I went for Stones and Luke Shaw. Next in mid I went for Sterling, and in attack I went for Kane. From captaincy point of view, Sarabia can be captain for the first day, and next day Sterling can take the armband. So this is my second wildcard draft team for quarterfinals. Now let's check out my team selection, where I have only 3 free transfers, and I'm not a fan of taking hits. So here's my team. Donnarumma will be my goalkeeper and hopefully win against Belgium. Then in defense I already had Spinazzola and Meili. I will transfer Stones in my defense. Next in midfield I have Kevin De Bruyne, who is injured and may miss the match against Italy. Next I have Berardi, who is rumored to be benched. Then I have Sarabia, who will face Switzerland. Next in midfield I will use my second transfer to bring Sterling, who will face Ukraine. Next in attack I have Immobile, who will face Belgium, and the third transfer I will use to bring Morata against Switzerland. From captaincy point of view, Sarabia can be captain for the first day, and next day Sterling can take the armband. So that's all for now. Please follow me in Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, where I will share my updated team just before deadline. Thanks for watching the video, and if this video helps in your FPL team, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Good luck for Euros.